It's time to go to Twitch Con!
About 3 years ago, I made a bet. That bet was that I added to my wheel of names, my wheel of chance, a little redeem called Maid Outfit. And I did. And it took 3 years, but someone might remember that it's been redeemed. And yeah, here we are. Welcome to Twtich Con, everybody. Today, I am here standing in a maid outfit with my friends who are also wearing maid outfits, which you may see a glimpse of sometimes. But right now, I'm just gonna play air hockey and while I yap about stuff that I've done today. Honestly, so far, this is my favorite TwitchCon.
Alright there, buddy. Hold your horses. This was me at the start of TwitchCon on the first day at around maybe the first quarter of the day. Because of that, I still was very happy, jolly, full of energy, and honestly, I did have a great start. It was my best TwitchCon thus far. Oh boy! You might have heard of a term called subtle foreshadowing. Well, I am gonna make it not so subtle and get right to the point. Yeah, no, it didn't go well. You know the thing where it's like you start really high and then it can only kind of go downhill from there? Yeah, well, that's true. That's still very true, and that's exactly what happened. And before we get into the nitty-gritty of things, I do want to go through with the really cool things that I got at TwitchCon, show some of the things I managed to buy at the Artist Alley, and talk about the cool people I've managed to meet and, you know, the great start. But just spoiler alert, it doesn't stay like that for the whole video, just to be warned. Alright, let's first talk about the people who I've managed to meet. You know, that's kind of the biggest thing about going to TwitchCon is meeting cool online internet celebrities. And so which people did I get to see? Originally I wanted to go to the meet and greet, and the meet and greets this year were packed. You had Green, Gemini Tay, and I think it was Martin in the Littlewood all together in one meet and greet, which obviously instantly filled up. You have the regular guests like Scott Smager and a bunch of other people that showed up. You had Smallland coming all the way from Canada, which is the one that I wanted to go in the meet and greet with, but ended up not being able to because even though I'm talking about nice things, I have to start with a bad point, is that I didn't know that this year there was a new app for TwitchCon, because the previous 2 years they've had the same app for TwitchCon, and now they decided to use a new one. And I guess they kind of announced it, but they leave emails, but you have to scroll all the way down and find a link, and I'm not reading all that. They didn't have like a clear, like, oh hey, by the way, install this new app. It's a different app from last year. Because I just thought the app wasn't working yet, and it was like, oh, I guess they haven't updated it yet. Turns out they have, and it just used a different app. And now that could be my stupidity, but still, it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I wish it was communicated a bit better. It's kind of my own fault, but you know, it's kind of a bad start. So yeah, I couldn't go into the meet and greet, but I did manage to, right at the start, at the opening, just standing around, find Smallland and managed to get a picture with him. So that was great. Still kind of managed to meet him, said a few words, and honestly, he's shorter than I expected, which is, in hindsight, kind of stupid considering his name is Smallland, which I guess I could have known. He's not like short, by the way. I'm not calling him short. I'm just tall. You have to understand, I'm 6'2". I think a lot of people will end up being short for me, so that's kind of just a me problem. I'm sorry, people. I'm making too many people mad. I should stop talking. The other person who I've managed to meet on the same day, also quite early on, a little bit later, around the Artist Alley, is Stanley MOV, who we've also met, well, every year, actually. We saw him walk by last year, but we didn't really get to talk to him, and that year before, we actually went to his meet and greet, which was kind of neat. And that is the only people who I've managed to really see on the first day. On the second day, we also managed to come across some hermits with False Symmetry, Zombie Cleo, and Pearlescent Moon all hanging out in the Artist Alley. Obviously, they had a guard around them because the security on TwitchCon has increased because of issues last year at San Diego. Not that it matters. People kind of stood around, got some signatures, and we had the unfortunate timing that they had to leave right as we arrived. We stood around for a little bit as they hung out, but we literally couldn't break through. It wasn't even a big crowd, but you know, they were just doing their thing, so it's whatever. I'm not upset that I couldn't get a signature with them. It's just the second day was a lot, so it kind of adds onto the pile of things. Oh yeah, and I met Jesus. Before I start dooming and glooming, though, I have to show the stash. Let me just quickly go through all the things that I and Alfie managed to get at TwitchCon because, oh, it's a list. They didn't even spend that much money. We just got a bunch of stuff together from people gifting stuff and just whatever the convention had. It's not quite as much free stuff as last year, but, you know, sometimes spending a little bit of money is fine, right? Here's a sticker I got. Little toy from a Minecraft egg, although it's kind of hard to show because of the lighting. Tiny wither skeleton with a nether portal, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of obvious, isn't it? We got official Minecraft pins, and I really like the iron golem one. I think it's cool. The sulfur cubes, I just don't really like sulfur cubes. Oh, I also got a thing from the egg, which honestly this one's kind of neat. It's Alex in gold armor with a tiny gold sword. I think it's so tiny, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, I also got some key rings. We've got a Minecraft axolotl and a Hatsune Miku CD disc type thing with some art on it. It's kind of neat. If it wants to focus. I got my own pin of my favorite character from the Digital Circus, which we also saw the last episode, and I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm right behind you, aren't I?
I knew you were going to.
Also, also got this cute Pikachu plushie, which is just a little guy. Speaking of plushies, one of the first things I got was a gift Hunter gave me, which is this cool official Freddy Fazbear plushie. It's purple, which I think it's supposed to be Pride Month themed. The problem is that I already had the exact same plushie. Not the only plushie thing we've got, because Hunter had another plushie with him, which was kind of obvious. This guy, which he gave to Alfie. Oh my god, he doesn't even fit on the camera. Oh, guys, he's on me. I got this tiny Among Us from Kryfer, which is a cute little thing. I like displaying things. I didn't have Among Us merch, so I guess now we have Among Us. Alfie's Among Us. Twitch Con pin, tiny little key hangers. Also Minecraft themed, oh yeah.
The other one I got for free for giving someone an origami fish.
Oh yeah. Got coloring plates from Icemu, a fellow small streamer I know. TwitchCon badge, although you've seen that in the intro. It's neat. I like the one from previous year better, but yeah, there's sticky stuff because you have the collector card for collecting your emeralds. What can you do with these emeralds? Well, you've got the rarest cape in the history of Minecraft, probably. Oh boy, this is a fun one. Because it gives you this. And this little card is highly valuable. Well, not anymore. I used the code that's on it. But this gives you the crafter cape. And the crafter cape currently is the rarest cape in Minecraft. Because, oh boy, they decided to do another cape at a convention type thing. And people kind of went somewhat crazy for it, but not at all. So, like, I have it though. I can flex it. I can go on Hypixel and twerk for people and like look at my cool cape and no one cares. Truly no one cares.
Rarest publicly available cape.
It's not actually the rarest cape. This is the bag we got at Twitch this year. It's kind of neat. We had a plastic bag the first time we went. The second time we had a nice bigger like bag to take with us, and this one's a little bit more compact, but it is high quality, so guess I'll keep this. Also got this name tag. I'll show a little clip of me getting this. It's Focus Minted. Hello.
Please press on print one time when you're done.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Focus Minted. But by far my favorite thing I got this year has to be this. Whoa. Look at this absolute cutie. I don't know, I just looked at this, I saw it at the stand in the artist alley, and I was like, I need this. If you know anything about me, and even though I haven't made videos about it, I have streamed quite a bit of Hollow Knight Silksong, and it is my favorite game, quite close to Minecraft and, well, the original Hollow Knight. So, you know, I like Hollow Knight, and I just like the way this looks. The texture on the bell is awesome. It just was a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I've become truly a degenerate convention goer. I need help. All right, I'm getting a little tired, so let's wrap things up, shall we? Also be displaying some random images that I just wanted to share that I haven't been able to fit anywhere else into the video in this portion, so enjoy those. This is the part of the video where I start complaining about things that didn't go right. So let's strap in. I get to Rotteram on the second day. I go to the hotel where Cryfer's staying at, and I completely break down. I start having a panic attack. It's not something that I've really experienced before. It's very similar because I know what panic attacks are like, but it feels really weird. I feel like I'm about to fall over. It's probably from the exhaustion, tiredness, and stress, and I kind of just have to take a break. So we stay at the hotel for a little while, and eventually, even though I almost ended up not going, we do end up going. So, you know, we're taking things slow at the convention because I'm not feeling all right, but I managed to pull through it. We kind of don't do a whole lot the whole day. We kind of go in and about. I record some more things that I wanted to record for this video, and that's about it. The main event that I wanted to go to, though, is MCC. That is the thing I've been waiting for. I did really want to see MCC because we saw it last year and it was great, so I really wanted to go again. In our happenings, though, we ended up being kind of later than we wanted to be, but still around half an hour early, which was apparently not early enough. We were let in, however, and we came into a space completely filled with people, no seats available except for a few seats which were being held back by someone. Someone was holding the seats, arm out like this, so that no one could walk past, and the staff wasn't seeing it. The staff didn't really care, I guess. I mean, they were around, they could have seen it, but maybe if we asked for those seats and the staff would have pointed the other person away from holding the seats, and, you know, no, they were not preserved seats. There were definitely someone holding seats. It's like, maybe we had a chance to see it, but I wasn't feeling well, so in a fit of like frustration, I walked out, which maybe I shouldn't have done, but when I walked out, I completely broke down again. I don't know, I just wasn't in the right mind that day, and it kind of isn't, you know, entirely the convention's fault, but there's just things that didn't quite go the way I wanted to, and considering I spent quite a lot of money to be at this convention, because, you know, it's not cheap going to one of these, not being able to see the most fun event that you really were planning on seeing, and everything else also just being kind of lackluster, really just hits hard, especially in the moment. Next year, apparently it's moving to Berlin in Germany, which is still somewhat close, but I'm not spending money on a hotel, and to have another experience like this was already quite overwhelming, and I didn't even have to like travel as much to begin with. You won't see me at Twtich Con next year. It's highly unlikely, unless I like blow up on Twitch and I really have a good reason to go to meet people and be part of the convention and really have other things to focus on other than just hanging out with friends, which, you know, a lot of those also probably won't be going considering it's a lot further away. It's just not going to be worth it. So yeah, it's kind of sad. I think there's a few things the convention could have done better. It's kind of like gone quite a mix with Minecraft now, which I think they're just kind of getting used to, maybe. I don't know. I feel like this year TwitchCon was just less than last year. Last year was great and had everything. This year it was a combination of just bad luck, having bad timing constantly with everything we wanted to do, just being slightly misinformed, not getting the right app right away, and just things that didn't work out the way we hoped it would. And if that happens again next year, I just don't want to waste the money and the time. So unfortunately, this will be my last TwitchCon for now. I do want to share probably the funniest thing that I have seen in the entirety of TwitchCon, which is something that kind of makes up for it a little bit, because it's hilarious, as well as just a little bit more footage of me and Alfie playing the Sulfur Cube game, which you just kind of throw it back around. If you get it closer on the dot, you get more points. It's really not important. We just play a game and it's fun, so I just wanted to show that off as well. And with that, I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. I would really appreciate it. I have some more interesting things going up. I'll show a screenshot right now of a tiny little thing that I'm working on, bringing back an old friend, or trying to, which has been majorly reworked, and some really like interesting stuff that I am working on, which I just can't say much about yet. Also, I don't really have much to say about it right now, but, you know, maybe join my Discord server and you might see some sneak peeks and you learn a little bit a thing or two about what I'm working on because it's quite exciting. Because I might just say real quick that it's a Minecraft server and it's going to have lore, actual like cinematics. I'm doing 3D modeling work and like actual rendering things. I've done a lot of building using Axiom and it's going to look great, and I'm going to use lots of cinematic shots and storytelling as well as just regular survival Minecraft aspects that we're going to be playing with friends. So it's kind of like combining a little bit of hermitcraft and movie storytelling in one. It's sort of kind of, I don't know, I'm really already quite proud of what I've done, and it's going to be great, so stay tuned for that. On that note, let's get to the two last things I have to share with you before this video is over, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!
There you go. I'm already filming, so
Right,
you don't have to press anything.
We'll just stand.
I like it though. Yeah, living there is that's a cool picture. Yeah, pretty much. I like it a smaller screen. Inside it's elements like sound panels. I wouldn't want to go like that. Yeah, I don't know. And especially on Amsterdam. Amsterdam's expensive. Also, yeah. I go home to Amsterdam. I mean, like, go to the airport, but everything here is close. Like, the most you have to drive like 3 hours. Like, the first like, judges, like, traveling down to, like, Earth. It's like 3 to 4 hours. It's not that bad. England, it's like, what? Like, I think England's about 7 hours, 8 hours in a car. I really want to just, like,
The winner!
I see you've stayed for the final reward. Enjoy.
Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with and when I hurt, heaven runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I'm living my life to believe they never
Man figures out he can snip his fingers for the first time ever.
Yep.
Please come, I'll be so embarrassed if no one is there. I'm taking this.